instead of doing these tests and instead of sitting all day long at a desk, go out into the world and do something with it. So, students all the time are asking teachers, when am I going to use this? When in my life am I going to need to know whatever piece of information they're being taught? And I completely agree with that. When am I going to use the formula for a parabola? Or when am I going to need to know, the certain French grammar terms that you learn once and you don't use in daily conversation, writing, whatever. So, yes, these things have their time and place, but they're not showing us that. They're not saying, okay, here is this, this topic, basically. This is where it's going to lead you in your life. This is where you'll use it. And they're just not showing that. So, personally, I would appreciate it if I could have that in my education. Have somebody say to me, well, you are going to be using whatever it is I'm being taught in the situation that they intend for it to be used in, as opposed to just having information packed into my brain and I don't know if I'll ever use it. So that's my view on I guess the way that it's taught. And then as far as the bigger picture of it goes, the way it's taught is a big part of that, but also the information that we are being taught at points seems irrelevant. And of course there are days when you think, you're not up to doing something, or you don't feel like what you're learning is worthwhile. But there are some things that you really step back and question and say, okay, is this really worth my time and my effort? Is it worth me stressing out to learn, for one thing, and second of all, stressing out over, a test or an exam or a summative, whatever it is, it causes a lot of stress, and to so many students, just it takes up so much time and commitment and effort. So I guess that brings me to my next point of tests and exams, because what they're really judging is your ability to memorize facts and formulas, whatever it may be. It's your ability to memorize. It's not really your greater understanding of why something happened in history, or why we need to learn certain concepts in English class, as an example. It's more about you memorizing, spitting it back out onto a page, and somebody giving you a percentage or a number of some sort, or a letter, or whatever you have it, to evaluate you. And to me, that almost feels like it's a personal evaluation. So not just, it's not only a evaluation of your performance in school, but also it reflects your abilities. So they're really grading your abilities and the things that you are capable of as an individual. Personally, math is not my friend. I am more on the creative side of things, as some may know. So for me, when I am being graded on my skills in a math class, it's kind of scary because I'm not terribly confident with it, and I don't like being judged on something that I know is not my strong point. I like people to see me performing at my best. So that's a personal thing for me. And I'm sure that there are other people who feel the same way. So I guess what I'm trying to say here in my lovely little smoker's voice rant is that the education system is, for one thing, grading us on things that, sometimes we're not very good at and that we're intimidated by, and two, that we're being taught these things in a way that is not the most practical and is not very logical in some senses. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe to my lovely little channel of improvised rants and other things. So, have a lovely day.